Hi everyone, today we are going to talk about bacha. We will explain a little bit on history, food pantry, interpreting and their use, and a simple recipe also waiting you at the end of video. Now grab your popcorn, let's get started into the world of bacha. Let's go guys! So what is bacha actually? What you guys think? The pictures of foods look so yummy. Do you agree guys? Bacha actually is traditional Chinese food made from glutinous rice stuffed with different fillet and wrapped in bamboo. Wow, it sounds so delicious. Bacha is eaten during Dragon Boat Festival when usually fall on 50th day of 50th month in the lunar calendar. For your information, it fell on 25 June for this year. Wow, it's so extensive eh? This food has a variety name. Bacha is actually named this food in Hokkien dialect. Bacha known as zonzi in Mandarin and as a zon in Cantonese, and Western people usually call this food as sticky rice dumpling. So what you are going to call this food? Bacha have a two type. First, sweet type is normally filled with the red bean paste. Secondly, savory type are filled with the pork satay that eat dry shrimp, chestnut, and shiitake mushroom. So which type you want eat?
Like many traditional Chinese food with its own legend to tell, a popular belief claims that the origin of bak chang dates back to the Warring State period in ancient China, where rice dumplings were created to honor the life and the death of a famous poet and beloved minister called Chu Yuan. Chu Yuan, a minister in the state of Chu, was once a trusted advisor to the king and greatly loved by the people. In a time when 7 individual states that Qi, Chu, Yan, Han, Zhao, Wei and Qin contended with each other for dominance, Chu gradually became stronger with Chu Yuan's sound advice. Chu Yuan was an aristocrat in the state of Chu. He was originally a superior official in Chu. The King Huai of Chu trusted him. However, some officials were jealous of Chu Yuan, tried to entrap him by any means. Because of the defamation by Jin Shang, King Huai of Chu stayed away from Chu Yuan. After a decade or so, treacherous court officials dominated Chu. Chu Yuan did not want to join them. He was therefore expelled to an outlying area. Chu Yuan stood by the river and mumbled as he shook his head and sighed. In exile, Chu Yuan was grieved that he could no longer serve his people, and he wrote some of the greatest poetry in Chinese literature, expressing his concern for his country and people. Long and narrow the path, I shall search heaven and earth for the truth. When he helplessly watched the gradual downfall of the state of Chu and heard that his home had been invaded, he committed suicide by drowning himself in the Milwo River in 270 BC. The people of Chu rushed to the river taking long boats, looking for Chu Yuan to rescue their beloved minister. When they failed to find it, they started beating drums and making loud noises near the river in the hope of scaring away fishes and other sea creatures so they would not feed on his body. Others made rice dumplings to throw into the river in the belief that the sea creatures and fishes will eat them instead of Chu Yuan's body. Bak chang is the commemorative name of this dish. Some people said that Chu Yuan appeared in a fisherman's dream and told him most of the bak chang were eaten by the flight dragon in the river instead of the fishes. He also told the fisherman that the dragon feared algae, wormwood leaf, and 5-color string. As long as those special materials are added to the bak chang, his body would be protected. This moment formed the major tradition for both the bak chang and Dragon Boat Festival. The latter generation commemorate the life and death of Chu Yuan at every 5th day of the 5th month of the lunar calendar. It has been a customary during the Dragon Boat Festival to enjoy making bak chang together as a family and racing Dragon Boat as a memorial to this patriotic poet. Most resources state that bak chang was born for the poet Chu Yuan. However, this food had actually appeared way before the story of Chu Yuan and was eaten during spring and autumn period in China.
Bakchang, a symbolic food. Bakchang symbolizes an act of Chinese people expressing their respect and honor of Zhuyuan patriotism, advocacy of tradition of filial piety, and admiration of dragon worship. Firstly, bakchang symbolizes a moral of heritage from the ancients. By eating bakchang, it shows that Chinese people cherish their traditions and they respect the virtue of Zhujuan spirit such as righteous, selflessness and patriotism. He selflessly served the people in his state and so loyal that he even risked his life trying to maintain the autonomy of his country. He also composed many beautiful patriotic poems to articulate his love for his motherland. Eating bakchang reveals the unique aspect of Chinese culture, which is filial piety. Preserving the body intact was important to show respect to parents in ancient China. Through Zhu Yuan's story, when people at that time tried to save him by preserving his body in the river, explained the importance of protecting human body after death in Chinese society. It is hence so disrespectful to the dead people if the body is eaten by the animals. Lastly, bakchang has become a medium to convey people's admiration of dragon worship. In Chinese culture, dragons are the gods of water which provides timely rain for thirsty fields. The flood dragon is described as a powerful creature living in the river. Some said bakchang with argyworm wood leaf and colorful string was used to scare away the dragon and feed fishes. This shows the unique culture of dragon worship in Chinese society. Availability of the food. True, most households have stopped making these savory treats. Bakchang is not just abundantly available during the festival, but also all year round in the Chinese community. In many traditional ethnic Chinese households, every year during the 5th day of the 5th lunar month, bakchang will be eaten to celebrate the Dragon Boat Festival. Variety of bakchang had been selling back in 1938 such as Hokkien bakchang, Cantonese bakchang, Nyonya bakchang, Teochew bakchang, Ki-chang and Hainanese bakchang. Each type of bakchang has different ingredients according to the different culture of the different sub-ethnic groups. The most common bakchang is the Hokkien one. Bakchang costs 4 ringgit and 50 cents while those with extra ingredients will cost 7 ringgit. Normally, the price of the ingredient increase by about 20% at festival time of the year because the ingredients are in demand as people celebrate the festival. Most people nowadays prefer to buy bakchang instead of making their own because of the cost to prepare bakchang. Advantage of buying bakchang was the variety available in the market such as vacuum packing for who wish to take dumpling overseas. Halal bakchang also be made with pork is substitute with chicken. People say that the taste is not the same but become more than happy to share the festive with Muslim friends. How does the major religion of the culture affect food habits? The major religion of Chinese is Buddhism. The main belief is to deliver the human soul and they believe that life is a cycle, including the past, present and future life. In Chinese culture, many believe that there's another world for dead people's soul. The only way to come back from death through reincarnation is preserving the body intact. If one's body were destroyed, the soul will have no chance to reincarnation and would become a wandering ghost. This is very bad for ancient Chinese, hence lead to the development of eating bakchang through Zhu Yuan legends. Besides that, Buddhists forbids the taking of life. Therefore, most Buddhists are vegetarians. They can be strict vegetarians or lacto-ovo vegetarians. Strict vegetarians do not eat meats, eggs, milk, or any dairy products. They eat soybeans products. This caused the introduction of mung beans, red beans or lotus seed paste into the filling of bakchang. Lacto-ovo vegetarians do not eat meat, but they eat eggs and milk. Some of the bakchang have fillings such as mushrooms and eggs to substitute the meat.
Serving method. Bakchang sold at the markets are usually cooked, so we just need to reheat them either by steaming or boiling them. Although steaming takes longer time, but it will retain the flavor better. It is best to eat bak-chang when they are steamy hot and serve them from their leaves, in which the leaves are not edible. In order to enhance their flavor, savory bak-chang is usually served with soy sauce, and sweet bak-chang can be eaten with crystal sugar, coconut palm sugar, or honey according to your preference. In addition, the custom of drinking Viaga wine during the Dragon Boat Festival is also very popular around Yangtze River in China. They believe that fifth lunar month is dangerous to health. Hence, by drinking Viaga wine, they believe it could protect them from poisonous creatures and keep them healthy during the festival. Eating atmosphere. The eating atmosphere for bak-chang is usually at home with family members during the Dragon Boat Festival. They will enjoy their tea slowly to spend quality time together. Some of the elders would take this opportunity to tell the younger ones about the legend of Qu Yuan to ensure the morals are passed down to the next generations. Use of dishes or utensils. To devour a bak-chang, what we need are a plate, a pair of scissors, and a pair of chopsticks. First, put your bak-chang on a plate. We use scissors to cut the twine, and then the leaves can be unwrapped to reveal the filling. You can also use scissors or chopstick to cut up the bak-chang, depends on your chopstick skills. There you go, you may enjoy your bak-chang. Number of meals per day. Have you ever wondered how many bak-chang can a person eat each day? Well, you can eat as many as you want, but generally people eat 1 or 2 per day as main or side dish. As bak-chang can be very filling, people usually do not eat bak-chang too close to bedtime because it will cause indigestion and bloated stomach. Storage method. Do you know that bak-chang should not be stored in a sealed container because they need fresh air to breathe in order to maintain their flavors? That is the reason why bak-chang is commonly sold dangling by their strings at local markets.
First, in terms of social hospitality. Social hospitality is all about making people feel welcome and part of a community. Since eating bak-chang is always accompanied with drinking Chinese tea, this makes it a good tool in social hospitality where people will gather together and chit-chat slowly while eating their bak-chang and tea. Besides, making bak-chang is usually done with all family members. It will help to strengthen the bonding of the family and make the outsiders feel as a part of a family. The legend of bak-chang also is a topic about Chinese religion and culture, which is the relationship between the dead ritual and filial piety. They preserve the human body after the death is to show respect to parents in ancient China. Hence, Qu Yuan's story shows that people at that time tried to save him by preserving the body in the river. Explain the importance of protecting human body after death in Chinese society. Next, for health benefit, which is under use of bak-chang. Bak-chang contributes very good nutrition for people who eat it. A medium-sized savory of bak-chang can provide about 455 kilocalories of energy, which is almost the energy content of a proper meal. It is suitable for people who always feel cold and to warm them up. However, it is unsuitable for people who are with diabetes, hypertension, and hyperlipidemia. This is because their main ingredient is using glutinous rice, which is high in glycemic index. It is advisable for diabetic patients to eat this filling with various meats but without added oil. For the status, generally, eating what kind of bak-chang does not indicate the status of an individual. However, people with better economic status will be able to eat bak-chang with meat, since the price for meat is quite expensive. On the other hand, people with lower economic status may not be able to afford eating bak-chang with meat, but they can have another substitute such as beans, mushroom, and eggs. As mentioned earlier, bak-chang is commonly used during the festival, which is Dragon Boat Festival or Duang Wuji. Bak-chang is a common Chinese symbolic food. Many Chinese families who follow the custom of eating bak-chang during this time is to commemorate the great poet and minister, which is Qu Yuan. It is a great time for the family to get together and strengthen their bonding to each other. The tradition is not only popular in China, but also practiced in Korea, Japan, and other countries in Southeast Asia. In this part also, we will see what is the outlook for the future given current food pattern of this bak-chang. The glutinous rice can be a staple food. Hence, bak-chang can be a good choice to have in the survival mode. It seems that bak-chang has become a unique Chinese culture and has spread to all around the world to help transmit the reverence of the dragon and the young energy. The tradition of eating bak-chang also helped to pass on the tradition of that ritual and filiality to future generations. They can learn from the spirit of Kuyuang, such as patriotism, righteousness. It also gives an opportunity for the younger generation to appreciate the culture and meanings of the Chinese tradition.